The enigmatic ancient kingdom of Hidakami no Kuni, the hidden secrets of Wa beneath Yamato Takeru. Until the mid-Jomon period, the Tohoku and Kanto regions were warm, heavily populated, and saw the development of settled culture. However, with the cooling climate of the Yayoi period, populations shifted toward western Japan, and the heartland of Hidakami no Kuni gradually became marginalized. Some scholars suggest that this marked the beginning of its decline. Later, as the Yamato court expanded its administration into the northeast, the establishment of Tagajo in 724, and the creation of the Sei Taishogun, generalissimo against the Barbarians, system gradually reduced the realm of Hidakami no Kuni, transforming it into what came to be called Mutsu province. Yet some historians argue that Hidakami no Kuni was nothing less than the original homeland of Japan, playing a decisive role in the very formation of the nation's identity. The name itself, Hidakami no Kuni, the land where the sun rises high in the vast skies, has been interpreted as the root of the name Hinomo-to, Nippon, the source of the sun. Through ancient texts, archaeology, and folklore, we are slowly beginning to uncover the reality of this mysterious kingdom, though much remains hidden. It may represent an alternative image of Japan, one that existed outside the dominion of the Yamato court. In this episode, we will look deeper into the hidden history, obscured by the victors of war and conquest. The mystery of the East in the Nihon Shoki. During the reign of the 12th emperor, Keiko, the Nihon Shoki records that the great statesman, Takeuchi no Sukune, surveyed the eastern provinces and reported, "In the land of the eastern barbarians, Azuma Ebisu, lies the country of Hidakami no Kuni. Its people, both men and women, tie their hair in knots and tattoo their bodies. They are fierce and valiant in nature. These we call collectively the Emishi. Their lands are fertile and wide. They should be conquered and taken." Furthermore, Hidakami no Kuni is mentioned as the final destination of Yamato Takeru's eastern expedition. This description shows that, from the Yamato court's perspective, there existed a vast and fertile land to the east, inhabited by a courageous people with their own distinct culture. They were called the Emishi, those who do not submit. The word Azuma Ebisu, Eastern Barbarians, is written with the same characters as the Chinese term Dongyi, Eastern Yi. On this channel, we have already discussed the connections between the Dongyi of the Yin-Shang dynasty and ancient Japan. The descriptions of the Azuma Ebisu in the Nihon Shoki strongly resemble those of the Dongyi Eastern Yi Chinese texts. This suggests that before Shufu ever crossed the seas, Japan was already home to diverse peoples and kingdoms. Around 1046 BCE, the Zhou dynasty overthrew the Yin-Shang dynasty. Some traditions claim that the Yin-Shang people were originally seafaring Wa peoples moving between China and the Japanese archipelago. This matches well with the early Yayoi period in Japan. So what did Japan look like before Yamato Takeru, the victorious conqueror, subdued these lands? The Toukai Kishi Koku, the hidden identity of the Kumaso and the roots of the Japanese. An ancient name once used for Japan was Toukai Kishi Koku, the land of the Eastern Sea Hime clan. This name hides a forgotten story of a noble lineage. Commonly, this is interpreted as the land of princesses, linked to the worship of the sun goddess Amaterasu and the existence of female rulers. But another interpretation exists, that the Hime clan, Jishi, royal kin of the Zhou dynasty, crossed into Japan and founded a kingdom here. The key to this lies in the people known as the Kumaso, remembered in myth as those who would not submit. The Kumaso, more than just barbarians. The Kumaso were not simply wild tribes. They were the people of southern Kyushu, with the name deriving from Kuma district in Higo province and So district in Osumi province. The Nihon Shoki records that Emperor Keiko and Yamato Takeru subdued them. Yet hidden within these accounts is a deeper truth. When Yamato Takeru defeated the Kumaso chieftain, Kumaso Takeru, he received from his enemy the very name Takeru, a title normally reserved for emperors or great kings. In ancient times, the bestowal or inheritance of a name was a mark of sovereignty. Why, then, could the Kumaso grant this name? Wu King Fuchai, the Ji clan, and the lineage of the Kumaso, the DNA of the Japanese people. The answer lies in the genealogy of the Matsuno no Muraji clan. In this lineage, the name of Kawakami Takeru, defeated by Yamato Takeru, appears, and further back, the name of King Fuchai of Wu is recorded. Fuchai was a descendant of the Ji clan, whose roots trace back to the Zhou dynasty of ancient China. This indicates that the Kumaso carried the bloodline of the legitimate royal family of the Ji. Supporting this connection, the Chinese chronicle Wei Zhi, Wajin Den, records that the Hua people are descendants of Taibo of Wu. Taibo's father, Gugong Danfu, is regarded as the founder of Zhou and played a crucial role in its establishment. Although he intended to pass the throne to his eldest son Taibo, he wished instead for his gifted youngest son, Jili, to succeed. Sensing his father's will, Taibo shaved his head, tattooed his body, and set out for the land of the so-called Eastern Barbarians. Dongyi. In doing so, he allowed Jili to inherit the succession. It is said that this act was also influenced by the will of Taibo's mother, Taijiang. Later, Gugong Danfu migrated westward into the territory of the Qiang people, laying the foundations of Zhou. This suggests that Zhou was deeply connected to the culture and region of the Qiang. In turn, this history is believed to shed light on the genetic connections of the Japanese people. According to the Shiji Zhengyi, a commentary on the records of the grand historian, Taibo of Wu is said to have gone into hiding in Wuxi County, on the northern shore of Lake Tai, a region inhabited by the Hua people. These Hua people were a branch of the Bai Yue, hundreds of Yue, group. Taibo of Wu, who lived in the 12th to 11th century BCE, was followed by a group of people from Wu who, according to tradition, were a branch of the San Miao tribe, the ancestors of today's Miao people. The San Miao were the descendants of the Jiu Li tribe, who were defeated by the Yellow Emperor and driven from their lands. Today, the descendants of the Miao people live as ethnic minorities in the mountainous regions of Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, and Vietnam. Their religious beliefs are animistic and polytheistic, similar to those of Jomon and Yayoi, Japan, where they believe spirits and souls reside in all things. Some groups still practice tattooing. The state of Wu was destroyed in 473 BCE with the suicide of King Fuchai. While the Wu of the Three Kingdoms period was a completely separate state founded by Sun Quan, there have long been legends in China that some members of the Wu and Yue tribes fled to Japan. The state of Yue was destroyed in 334 BCE. The possibility that the San Miao and Bai Yue peoples, having lost their nations, made a perilous journey to Japan via a southern route is not zero. They were master seafarers and skilled in navigation. The legendary Chinese dynasty of Yu, one of the 5 emperors, and the Zhou dynasty, used the surname Ji. As a branch of the Zhou dynasty, the royal surname of the kings of Wu was also Ji. Likewise, legends at Kagoshima Shrine linked the royal families of China with the Hayato, the people of Kyushu, who were identified with the Kumaso. One tale tells of a Zhou princess of the Wei clan arriving in Osumi in a drifting boat, becoming the ancestress of the Hayato. These stories suggest that the Hayato, with Jomon roots, intermarried with the Zhou royal clan, forming a hybrid nobility remembered as the Kumaso. Surprising ties between the Imperial line and the Kumaso. Even more astonishing is the connection between the Hayato and the Imperial family. The Hayato traced their lineage to Hoderi and Hosuseri, sons of the heavenly grandson, Ninigi. Their brother Huri's descendants became Emperor Jimmu, Japan's first sovereign. Their mother was Konohana Sakuya Hime, whose divine name Kamu Atatsu Hime contains Ata, the same as the Ata Hayato of southern Kyushu. This shows that the Hayato were bound to the imperial line from an early time. Thus, the Kumaso were not merely savages, but a hybrid nobility, carrying both the Jomon bloodline and that of Zhou dynasty royalty. The name Toukai, Kishi, Koku may not have meant a land of goddesses, but rather a realm where seafaring Hime royals merged with native Jomon culture. The Kumaso, then, can be seen as a symbol of Japan's layered origins. And within the stories of the defeated lie many fragments of forgotten history. The broader legacy of Wa. The ancient land of Wa was not confined to today's Japanese archipelago. Foreign ritual systems also flowed into Japan, never entirely erased. Viewed through today's global lens, these fragments reveal the roots of a multi-ethnic nation, with the spirit of Jomon animism, Jomonism, at its core. In the northeast, Hidakami no Kuni may have preserved something of this forgotten past. Unscathed by the catastrophic Kikai caldera eruption, it remained a stronghold of Jomon culture even into later ages. What secrets are still hidden there? In the next episode, we will dive deeper into the mysteries of Hidakami no Kuni. Stay tuned.